While discussing the economic life of the Indus Valley civilization, the people of the Indus Valley civilization, we have seen that agriculture was the mainstay of the Indus Valley people. Besides, they were also engaged in domestication of animals. Not only that, the Indus Valley people were engaged in making of crafts and also industries producing different types of crafts were flourishing during that period. The people of the Harappan civilization were engaged in manufacturing of different types of crafts and industries. For example, making of pottery, vessels made of metal, tools and weapons of different types. Spinning of cotton and wool was a very popular economic activity in which people were engaged. Weaving and dyeing of clothes, making of ornaments, different types of wooden articles were produced. Such tools and implements were made which were related to agriculture and bullock carts and boats also. Besides, bead making was a very important craft that was popular during that period of time. So Harappans were engaged in different type of craft making during that period. There were many important centers of craft production in Indus Valley civilization which has been identified by the excavations of different sites. For example, Harappa, Mohenjo-daro, Chanhu-daro, Lothal, Dholavira, Nageshwar, Balakot. These were such settlements of Indus Valley civilization which were greatly devoted to craft production. For example, Nageshwar and Balakot were actually specialized centers for making shell objects. Different types of beautiful artistic pots were made. And this was made with the help of the potter's wheel by the Harappans. The pots used to be painted, and mainly they were painted in red and black. Perhaps no other contemporary civilization has given evidence of such beautiful clay articles, clayware being produced as the Harappan civilization. Manufacturing of cloth was a very important economic activity in which people of the Harappan civilization were engaged. Cotton and woolen clothes were produced, which used to have very bright and fast colors. These were manufactured in a very large scale and were exported also to Mesopotamia and distant regions. Besides, printed clothes were also manufactured by the Harappan people. Not only this, the Harappan people were aware of metals also, like gold, silver, copper, tin, lead, and bronze. The Harappan civilization is also called the Bronze Age civilization. It is called a Bronze Age civilization because a very large number of tools and implements have been found made of bronze. This they used to produce by alloying tin with copper. Tools and implements of bronze and beautiful figures and figurines, vessels, and weapons like axes, knives, saws, spearheads were made of bronze. It can also be said that there existed a class of expert masons in the Harappan society. The beautiful and spacious buildings, which were constructed by burnt bricks, actually is a proof of existence of a group of very expert masons in the society. Making of terracotta seals and figurines was another important occupation of the Indus Valley people. Seals of different types have been found in large numbers, not only in the different Harappan sites but also outside in Mesopotamia also, which is testimony of the trading relations that the Harappan people had with the Mesopotamian civilization. Ornament making was another important occupation of the Harappans. Very beautiful and artistic ornaments were made of different types of metals and precious stones like gold, silver, and precious stones. Bead making was another very favorite occupation of the Harappan people. And beads were made in many Harappan sites. Many of the Harappan sites were famous for bead making. This we can say that numerous beads have been found in a very big majority of the Harappan sites like Mohenjo-daro, Chanudaro, Lothal. These were actually the centers of bead making. These beads were made of precious stones like lapis lazuli, carnelian, agate also, jasper, quartz, steatite. These were normally used for making beads. Besides, beads were also made of metals like copper, bronze, gold. It was made of cell also, terracotta. So bead making was a very important activity of the Harappans and which has been found in most of the sites of the Indus Valley civilization. Specialized tools like hand drills have also been found at many places such as Chanudaro, Lothal and Dalovera, which is a testimony or which speaks about the level of interest that the people of Harappa had in bead making. So different types of crafts and industries were flourishing in the Indus Valley civilization.